I didn't want to say that. It's not a different box, it's a coffin box. So that's again rectangle. So your life, constantly you're looking at technology, you're spending 80% of your life with technology and not meeting people. There's no human interaction. As it is, I'm getting nightmares. Why do you have to think about what is happening in night in Chennai? Average age is 33, they say. But what I say, my contention is, it's not a Vaisana team.
Hi Ritz viewers, today we have the owner only, Bosskey sir. Hi sir.
I strongly object. I'm not sir. I'm yet to
Sir,
be
yeah.
knighted. I'm just Bosskey or boss.
We have Bosskey in the house. Is that okay sir?
That's fine.
Yeah.
You can call me boss.
Boss. We have boss here. Today it's going to be an interesting conversation. It's all about, we are going to talk about Chennai, cricket and food. Simple. So I want to start with, since I can't call you old, since you've been here for...
Yeah, don't worry. I'm 1962 model, born on February 11th, 1962. So I am 61 now.
Yeah. So how do you see Madras and Chennai now?
I loved Madras because it was not addicted to technology. We had great fun. Meeting people, no? You have to necessarily walk into a house to meet people. So everything is on screen now. Everything is technology. So you don't get the real feel because half your life is spent on rectangle, on the mobile phone, on the TV, on the system, and finally you get into a...
Which is also rectangle.
You get into a... I didn't want to say that. It's not a different box, it's a coffin box. So that's again rectangle. So your life is not going around a circle. It's all rectangle. And
Oh my God.
You're just on, constantly you're looking at technology, you're spending 80% of your life with technology and not meeting people. There's no human interaction. All that I enjoyed, at least up to the 2000, 2004 and all, I was enjoying that. Even now I enjoy. I don't spend much time on system or mobile phones. I meet a lot of people. I love to meet people.
Love to meet people. So, do you know what is Chennai's nightlife is like?
I don't know. Generally, I don't know what is nightlife. You're asking me about Chennai. Even in the whole world, I don't know what is nightlife. I'm off to bed by around 11:30, 11:45 by night. And that too only because of IPL matches and analyzing IPL matches. Otherwise, I'm off to bed by 11:30. Seriously, I don't know what is nightlife. Partying, nothing, clubbing, nothing.
Nothing. But what do you like? Can you guess what Chennai's nightlife will look like?
No, I don't want to. I'm very happy with
Simple
my
as
sleep.
that.
As it is, I'm getting nightmares. Why do you have to think about what is happening in night in Chennai? So I'm quite happy doing what I'm currently doing.
And you haven't tried any, like rarely, you haven't tried any food, night food?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Night food is one vaapram, one plantain which I have late night.
That's all.
For digestion, that's all. Because I have acidity, I have plantain in the night. Early morning, I have one plantain, that's all.
So recently, Chennai went crazy about the IPL and Chennai's CSK's winning the trophy and all that. So, do you think it's all overhyped somewhere?
No, you need that. You need this hype because there's at least, especially when people are all struggling to cross a period called pandemic, corona and all that, COVID and all that, there was one healthy medicine for you which no doctor prescribed to you, but you were off your worries for about 5 to 6 hours only because you were watching IPL. Maybe it was in Dubai, but it kept you glued to the screen and you forgot your worries. So it's as good as a doctor's prescription if you're going to be watching cricket like that. And it's not boring cricket. It gets over in about 200 minutes totally. Okay, so it's just like watching a film. And it's full of thrills. You don't know what is going. You're biting your nails. It's a cliffhanger. You're watching till the last minute. Especially, it's so happy that CSK is winning. That was my favorite team. That is my favorite team. In fact, I predicted that CSK will make it to the final. They'll win the cup. About 5 to 6 times, 6 occasions I backed CSK. And on 4 occasions, they have lifted the cup.
Many of them said that CSK was a weaker team. Do you think they really deserve the
They
trophy?
deserve to win because every time they say it's a Vaisana team, it's a Vaisana team.
Yeah, every time. And no place from Chennai.
Average age is 33, they say. But what I say, my contention is, it's not a Vaisana team, it's a Vaisana team. They're all full of brains. So the think tank knows who they are recruiting and they perform to 200% of their capacity. They rise up to the occasion always. When they face a crisis, when they have to cross hurdles. See, you talk about so many negative things in CSK. You say there's a guy called Tushar who's donating 50 runs in 4 overs. Then you say physically 3 or 4 are not physically fit. 2 are dropping catches. We don't have improvisation. That's my criticism too. They don't improvise. They don't innovate. With all these minuses, there's a single guy who's above human and below God, who's called MS Dhoni, who leads the team like Pied Piper of Hamelin, and makes you lift the trophy. And he is fulfilling every dream of every Chennai fan. So what do you say about this? So CSK is bound to win. That's the best team.
And how do you see the love between Dhoni and Chennai? Because whenever he entered the ground, the audience went
They erupt.
crazy. Even I was there at the stadium on the first match, and I was like screaming his name, and it was all unbelievable. It was all surreal. Like, how do you see that?
See, there are a lot of chinks in the armory. There are technical flaws in Dhoni's batting, but still, as a leader, he is the only batsman who was able to make people believe that there's a guy who is so brainy, we can figure out that somebody is so brainy when he keeps operating the bowlers, when he keeps switching fielders. So that's the thing that people started understanding. So there's a very brainy guy, and beyond the technique and beyond the cricketing game, he's able to relate to the masses. I call him MGR of cricket. MGR, beyond his acting, he was able to gel well with the masses. So this guy is so good at interacting. He has developed such an affinity here that everybody looks up to him as their only game changer, as their only medicine to get over all their grievances, all their worries. So that's it. So that is why there have been so many movies that have been released, that have been made after top cricketers. But Dhoni, The Untold Story, was the only movie which was a commercial super duper hit.
Globally.
Globally. So every time you watch Dhoni, he gives you the feeling you don't have to have immense talent. But confidence is your talent. If you are confident, just follow my line. I have a lot of flaws in my technique, but that is only when I face the first over. When I face a spinner in the first over. But if the same spinner is going to bowl to me in the last over, or the same bowler is charging towards me in the last over, it's a different ball game. I'll club him for 5 sixes, 6 sixes. So how does this happen? He doesn't develop his technique overnight, but it's the confidence. So he's infusing so much of confidence. But every ordinary guy who is blessed with limited abilities is capable of more. That's the feel he gives you. So that is why Dhoni is a super duper hero. Above human, below God.
So true. And in the finale, we all didn't expect that. Even Dhoni was upset about it. So what was your reaction?
My reaction, I played a lot of cricket. I've handled the slog overs in batting and bowling. So I don't get too personal, don't get too charged up. I follow the game as a cricketer. Even when I am a critic, I watch the game as a critic or an analyst. So I was tense, no doubt, more so because on that particular morning I clearly said, GT is a team which lacks patience. If you have quality spinners and if you keep bowling and nagging length and line, they are bound to succumb. That precisely happened. The first example was Shubman Gill. He lost his patience, he rushed out. And Dhoni just whipped the bails like an expert, like a champion keeper he is.
Yeah.
So on the morning I had predicted that it's going to, even the first encounter, which happened at Chepauk, I said, it's going to be CSK versus GT and CSK will sail through. Again in the climax it was the same pair. I said CSK will win. Only thing was, on the last ball, Mohit Sharma was bowling and Jadeja was about to face. I was just clutching on to all my dollars and watching it from the third eye, like this. And the moment Jadeja scored a 4, I jumped once. And then I had to answer so many celebrities messaging, so many celebrities calling up, so many relatives and friends calling about 70 to 80 messages, all anxious whether we'll win. I said, we are winning. We are lifting the cup. There is one man there, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He will make the difference. And he did make the difference.
Yeah, it was like a movie. It was like we were watching a movie. And do you really think Dhoni cried that day?
Dhoni would have. Maybe he wouldn't have exhibited. Even when Kamal Haasan gets emotional, you can see teary-eyed Kamal Haasan, but he won't exhibit it too much. But Dhoni is so cool, he'll cry within himself. Of course, that was his emotional peak that we have ever seen, where he went from a meditative mode, he rushed onto the field and he lifted the Jadeja, whom people are all thinking they were at loggerheads only because he had a fight in the previous match. I said, nothing. Cricket, cursing you, abusing you is nothing. That's a game part of it. You cross the line, you're different. So that was the emotional peak I saw of Dhoni, and he proved that he is also a human being. But he's Mr. Cool. He's able to control his nerves so well.
Talking about that, we'll go back to your cricket days. So your rapport between Srikanth sir. So I can't imagine both of you in the same place. Neenga or full-on energy. Avaru or hyperactive person.
Yeah,
so how it all went?
You ask him a question, he's so impatient, he's got an anxiety syndrome.
Yeah.
He'll ask you a question. When you're about to answer, he'll butt in. மச்சான் சினிஃபில் என்னடா போயிருக்கீங்களா அதான் நான் பிரபுதேவரோட வேறு ஏதாவது சொல்லு நோ பட் லேட்டஸ்ட் நயன்தாரா விடு வேறு ஏதாவது சொல்லு. ஸோ வாட் வில் யூ டாக்? He'll ask you a question, he'll expect an answer, but he won't allow you to answer. So that is Srikanth, the restless Srikanth I've seen off field. But on field, you can never see a captain like him. He's a hyper-positive captain. He was the most successful captain for an Indian team that toured Pakistan and came with least defeats. So Srikanth is hyper-positive. He's like that. You have to accept Srikanth like that. And especially when he used to toss the ball to me to bowl, he was my South Zone University's captain. We lifted the Vizzy trophy. It was purely because of his captaincy. I used to be nervous. Hey, Chika, don't place a short leg. He might get hurt. Porra, children player, think porra. He can never face you. So that's the confidence. He doesn't know Wandana. He doesn't know which is leg spin, which is googly. Come on, rip the team. The confidence that he gives you, and it happened. When he gave the ball to me, he had tried Azharuddin, he had tried Arshad Ayub, he tried everybody. Ravi Shastri was batting. The moment he said this, I developed so much of confidence. I was just laughing and going into my run-up. Then I bowled 5 overs, I took 5 for 25. The same match where Ravi Shastri scalped 7 wickets. I took 5. We won the match. The match was over just like this. The whole team went topsy-turvy. They were not able to read my leg spin or googly. I took 5 for 25 where Ravi Shastri took 7 for 50 odd. So we won. It was because of Srikanth's captaincy and positivity. He's a hyper captain. He's a super duper captain. And very positive. Even in his batting, he's positive. The way he guides his fielders is positive. He is another form of vibrant Dhoni. He's more towards Virat Kohli type.
Coming back to food and Chennai. So, what do you miss the most upper in the Chennai or Madras food? Ipa vandu I'm not able to find it here now. Abdina, which one would you?
See, I find everything. I regularly visit Sangeeta. Most of my breakfast sessions are there with my friends. We have so much of laughter. Tottukaradhukku breakfast. Like pongal, vadai, and all that's fantastic. I don't miss anything. They have the best curd rice. They have the best. That's enough. Pongal, vadai, curd rice, then that vadagam or whatever you say. Vadagam, then porchaplam, curd rice, and pickle. My life is made. I always say my day starts with sunrise and ends with curd rice. That's all. That's enough. Happy. Then Ilayaraja music here. Frolic, fun and frolicking with friends here, full of jokes. Then keep roaming around, all printed shirts, sunglasses, printed shirts, sunglasses, and Ilayaraja music. Life is okay. Life is complete.
But now Chennai has so many cuisines. Like we have Korean food, Japanese food, everything. You haven't tried anything?
Nothing. Pure veg. People call me.
Pure veg. Yeah, we have veg options also. We have plant-based food. You haven't tried.
Yeah. I don't try all that, and that's what I told you. Everywhere rice, pongal. Vasanti used to get irritated. 24 hours pongal, thrice a day pongal, like doctor prescription. She used to scream. I like that. And they used to call me Tair Sadam case. Always curd rice, Tair Sadam. I'll walk into Dakshin, one famous 5-star restaurant in Crown Plaza.
Yeah, Crown Plaza.
I'll go in there, and the guy who's hosting will ask, hey, enna saapra? Tair Sadam. Coming to a star hotel, asking for Tair Sadam. So I'm happy with that.
So is that your comfort food?
Comfort food, yes. I am pure veg. I don't even like garlic. Pure veg.
So you don't miss and you don't get tempted to eat or try new food when you see things.
No, I do like North Indian food, chaat items and all. I like on a limited way. Pizza once in probably 6 months. Pizza. Then this pani puri, dahi puri and all that I like. And this gangotri and all I like. I go and I have. And regarding the other North Indian stuff, veg pulao and all that, then paneer tikka and all that I like. Yeah. Then suddenly they'll give me one. There's one restaurant called Food Nirvana near my house where I walk in, and it's pure vegetarian food. Sometimes they give me that pan ice cream. It will be very different. I know the people there, and most of the vegetarians flock there. I love that type of food, but too restricted. Too restricted.
But I would like to
not a fussy guy. Give me anything, that's fine. You give me a slice with jam, that's fine. Enough.
Then I would like to take you one day. Sure. Like nightlife poite, we'll try
100%.
all the vegetarian things,
100%.
hot chocolate,
though I'm not used to sleepwalking, you can take me.
One day we'll change that cycle.
Pattern.
Let's try that, okay? For sure.
Yeah, next day you'll have to provide me Saridon or something. Yeah, I'll develop a headache if I wake up at night.
But with all your commitments, I don't think I can take you out like that.
Ready.
So next, there's a segment. So I'm going to throw up names of a few players. So நான் switch பண்ணும்போது you'll have to tell positive. When I click,
Yeah.
you'll have to tell the negative things about that. Okay? So first one is Virat Kohli. First one positive la நம்ம start பண்ணிடலாம். We'll start with.
The most vibrant captain, the most competent batter on any type of wicket,
Negative.
grimacing too much when the opponent players get out. There's no need for that because even when Kohli was out of form, nobody did that to him. So you'll have to treat it as a sport and you'll have to apply that gentleman quality at least when the others get out. Because no batsman grimaces at the bowler. It's only the fielders and bowler who grimace at the batsman. I think you can avoid it.
So next one, Rohit Sharma.
The most competent player on any type of wicket because even in English conditions, he scored 5 centuries, successful captain. Gets too frustrated when bowlers don't bowl well, especially for Mumbai Indians. Technically well equipped and it's very difficult to contain him. And sometimes in team selection itself, we must voice for this opinion. And is an absolute safe captain.
Okay, good. Next one, MS Dhoni.
The most brilliant captain I've ever seen and the man who's above human, below God. Sometimes he's very adamant that this is my 11, I'll stick on to this 11. And he relates with masses so very easily. It's time that he picks somebody from Tamil Nadu.
I didn't expect that. Okay, next one, Shubman Gill.
Mr. Cool and technically very sound on any type of wicket. Sometimes he sits down inside the pavilion asking somebody else to field, I don't know why. And is he comfortable against spin as well as against pace? He needs to slightly check his bat when he bowls, when he goes across. A great fan following because he's quite handsome.
Hardik Pandya.
One of my favorite captains, very vibrant. Constantly keeps bouncing at batsmen and also weak against bouncers. And I think he should be the next Dhoni. And he also sits inside the pavilion, doesn't come to field right through. And the most vibrant cricketer, good in bowling as well as in batting. I think he's also got a good female following, which I hate because he proves that he's smarter than me.
Last one, KL Rahul.
A very cool guy, very composed. And just leaves things to drift, not good in captaincy sometimes. And has a great female following, I adore that. And is a little poor in fielding on certain field placements. And one of the best captains who is known to be very cool.
We have come to the end of the conversation. Thank you so much for this wonderful conversation.
Thank you so much. And this is the first English interview where somebody is interviewing me. I have interviewed Suresh Raina and Sanjay Manjrekar in English.
I was really scared to do this, but yeah, I think we have something decent enough to put it up on the channel.
So very, very happy that you interviewed me in this, and you can in fact flash a headline saying that it's not breaking news, it's breaking juice.
Juice. Oh yeah, we have got the title.
One more thing is the first time I was planning to do certain. In fact, we were all planning that I do some cricket shows in English as well for your Galatta. But what you all did, both in Tamil and English, was more like Kasata. I really enjoyed. Thank you so much.